Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Ghost Stories in Folklore. Tonight, I am going to tell you about a luxury ship that is now resting in Long Beach Harbor as a grandeur hotel and museum. The RMS Queen Mary, a colossal ship that was bigger, faster, and more powerful than that of the Titanic. The 1,000-foot ship began her life when the first keel plate was laid in 1930 at the John Brown shipyard in Clyde, Scotland. The Depression held up her construction between 1931 and 1934, but she was finally completed, making her maiden voyage on May 27th, 1936. If you would like to see what the ship looked like today, please visit the channel of MichaelScot, as he just recently posted a video he recorded while touring the ship. This will give you insight on how the ship appears today. Although the history of this vessel is quite fascinating, my friends, I know you are watching this to learn more about this ship's ghost stories and folklore. So let's just focus on that for now, shall we? The Queen Mary is internationally recognized as a historical floating hotel and museum, and it attracts thousands of visitors, including paranormal investigators, every year. Yet it also has attracted a number of unearthly guests as well, or maybe they just have stayed, not wanting to leave. There are those who say the Queen Mary is one of the most haunted places in the world, with as many as 150 known spirits lurking upon the ship. Over the past 60 years, the Queen Mary has been the site of at least 49 reported deaths, not to mention having gone through the terrors of war. So it comes as no surprise that the spectral spirits of her vivid past continue to walk within her rooms and hallways. With that many entities and spirits and thousands of reports, this video could go on for a very extremely long time. But as you know, my friends, we do not have that much time together, so I will focus on some of the more famous and repeated hauntings. Let us begin deep down in the bowels of the ship, shall we? Located 50 feet below the water level is the Queen Mary's engine room, which is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. Used in the filming of the Poseidon adventure, the room's infamous door 13 crushed at least 2 men to death at different points during the ship's history. The most recent death during a routine watertight drill in 1966 crushed an 18-year-old crew member. Dressed in blue coveralls and sporting a beard, the young man has often been seen walking the length of what is called Shaft Alley before disappearing by door number 13. Two more popular spots for the Queen's otherworldly guests are the first and second class swimming pools. Though neither are utilized today for their original purpose, spirits seemingly are not aware of that. In the first class swimming pool, which has been closed for more than 3 decades, women have been often seen appearing in 1930-style swimming suits, wandering the decks near the pool. Others have reported sounds of splashing and spied wet footprints leading from the deck to the changing rooms. Some have also seen the spirit of a young girl clutching her teddy bear. In the second-class pool room, the spirit of yet another little girl named Jackie is often been seen and heard. The unfortunate girl drowned in the pool during the ship's sailing days and reputedly refused to move on, as her voice, as well as the sounds of laughter and singing, has been captured here. In the Queen's Salon, which once served as the ship's first-class lounge, a beautiful young woman in an elegant white evening gown has often been seen dancing alone in the shadows in the corner of the room. Yet more odd occurrences have been made in a number of first-class staterooms. Here reports have been made of a tall, dark-haired man appearing in a 1930s-style suit, as well as water running and lights turning on in the middle of the night, and phones ringing in the early morning hours. Yet nobody is on the other end of the line. In the third-class children's playroom, a baby's cry has often been heard, which is thought to be that of an infant boy who died shortly after his birth. I also have to mention the infamous room B340. You see, stateroom B340 has a large volume of recorded paranormal activity and many stories of haunted encounters noted in the ship's logs. Reports date back to the final ocean voyage in 1967 and include complaints from guests staying here in this room. They have reported that somebody will knock on the door in the middle of the night. Other complaints include bathroom lights turning on by themselves, the sink faucet turning on and off on its own, unexplained bathroom doors slamming shut. Some guests have reported the covers of their bed being pulled off while they're asleep, and there's also reports of waking up to see a dark figure standing at the foot of the bed. I had found one report of a woman who had posted this in a message board on the internet, and it reads as, "We went to visit Queen Mary last year. We went on a tour. While walking through the ship, it was quite interesting hearing about the history. However, as we approached room B340, I began to feel extremely ill, almost like being smothered. Inside the room, I just felt awful. All I can explain is it was an increasingly strong feeling of being smothered, and a very negative feeling, intense tragedy and sadness. It got worse next to the bed in the bath area. After we left, the person that was with me on the tour mentioned that when he walked into the room, it felt as if somebody pushed him, saying to get out. But when he turned, there was nobody there. It is believed that this room has so much paranormal activity because it is haunted by the ghost of the ship's purser, who is said to have been murdered in the room around the bathroom area. Other phenomena occurring throughout the ship are the sounds of distinct knocks, doors slamming, and high-pitched squeals, drastic temperature changes, and the aromas and smells of long ago. These are but a few of the many reports of apparitions and strange occurrences that are occurring on the luxury liner now turned hotel, my friends. And there are many, many more. However, if you are looking to spend the night with some spirits that love to hang out and make their presence known, definitely consider spending the night on the Queen Mary. If you like this episode of Ghost Stories and Folklore, be sure to hit the like button. And if you would like more videos from Panady videos in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe and the bell for notifications. If you dare.